Hello and welcome to another Doctor's Assistant 1 video, and today I'm taking a look at something a bit different here on the channel, which is a Splatoon official gaming guide of sorts. This just came in the mail of sorts today, along with a awesome Splatoon t-shirt. If you couldn't tell, on just generally in amongst my video gaming passion of sorts, I do adore this game, and I mean adore. I just love it so much. It's recently been probably my most played game of sorts, and also it's just generally, as I say, one of the games that I've just generally recently-ish loved playing. And to mark a year of it being released, or since it's released of sorts, Nintendo, the official Nintendo website, on there they had a sale on everything Splatoon related. So yeah, so my mum was awesome enough to get me the t-shirt, which I'm pointing over there because it is over there, and this awesome video game book. So I'll get into that. You got Splatoon, and you pretty much got the front cover of Splatoon. Official gaming guide there, the awesome official seal thing there. It is a lot smaller than I anticipated, but yeah, the book publisher people there, I'm assuming. Splatoon official gaming guide there. And then on the back you've got a thing that's saying that you've got a code for a digital download version, stuff about all stages, multiplayer details, all about amiibos, and concept art. Now, I will be honest, the main two things that I love about this book, personally, are the things along the line of the concept art. You know, it's got some really cool concept art, as I've just shown you, sort of, just going through here. Really nice, really cool concept art, and I love stuff like this for video games that I really like, such as Splatoon. I think it is the characters and the world as well that it's set in that I adore. You know, it's not like other shooters in the sense that, you know, don't get me wrong, Gears of War and Halo and stuff along that line, I've enjoyed playing. A lot of hours sunk into those games. But I don't think I've ever quite as much with their worlds being not even being so much immersed by them. Yeah, can't talk. Emerged into those worlds, but I've never felt like sort of part of it, you know. Like, I've loved playing them, don't get me wrong, they are really good games, but I've never really sort of felt like part of this sort of Halo world, or, you know, the world of wherever Gears of War is set in, you know. Like, I've always sort of just felt, I don't know, like, on the outskirts of that, but love playing the games, don't get me wrong, but yeah. And that's concept art, and then that's the actual, like, CG, proper in-game picture of sorts. So I really like that, and I really like, what was the other thing I was going to show mainly? And I really like these bits of sorts, weapon stats, and that, you know, like you got the 96 gal, and then it has a description, or it shows you what the sub-weapon is, what the special is, and then a description of these things, and like, you know, what weapon type it is, what level you need to be to unlock it, how much it'll cost, basic damage, or base damage that it'll do, and stuff, you know, it's got quite a lot of info. I'd say my only gripe with this little book is the price was rather steep before the sale thing, at something like $17.99, which I think is way too much, way too steep personally. And also, you know, it is quite, unfortunately, outdated information. Like, as good as the information is, don't get me wrong, it is good information, but they even say here, I think it is this next page, yeah, coming soon, you know, new stages, that has been out for God knows how long now, you know, Kelp Dome, same, you know, Camp Triggerfish and Port Mackerel, all 4 maps have been out for ages, so, you know, new weapons, all of these new weapons are rather old now, you know, we've recently just got 9 new weapons, which I've already bought all of them. and 2 new game modes, a new game mode, Tower Control. Well, we've got Rainmaker as well as that, you know. So I think my biggest gripe, or not even so much gripe, but negative towards this book is unfortunately the fact that it's outdated, you know. I think what would have been best to do is hold this off, or make this, or get all of this information and then just sort of add on to it, sort of like DLC, you know. Sort of add to it as you were releasing all the DLC, and then whenever the day is when they stop making DLC for this game, which I hope isn't anytime soon, as I love the DLC for this game, they tell us, or they make this, you know, so it's like the biggest ultimate version of the book, you know, because the thing I don't want to happen is that there's another one, or like there's the ultimate version of this book, you know. It's bad enough that happens a lot with video games, you know, you get a game and it's like, this is the full version, and then they make more DLC, and then they release like a full version of the game, which you wish you'd just waited for, you know. Again, it's got, you know, interesting tidbits and, you know, tips, you know, and tricks to, you know, help you, and that, you know, stats and figures and really nice glossy images, you know, really high res, nice coloured images, and that, you know, which I think is really important, obviously, in a game where it's all about colour and stuff, you know, and that, you know, it goes through the single player as well as the multiplayer. It goes through enemy types. It goes through, you know, different characters you'll meet in, you know, Octo Valley, and that, you know, I think the one at earliest, yeah, look there, different characters, you know, the person who does the headgear stuff, the armory person, the guy who does the shoes, you know, all sorts of bits and bobs, you know. So I think if, like me, any bit the Splatoon fan, I think this is a must-have piece of merchandise, or a must-have piece in your arsenal, so to speak, of Splatoon knowledge, and you'd be doing yourself an injustice if you are any bit the Splatoon fan and you didn't get this official gaming guide. I think the only thing that I can say that's bad about it is, again, the original price of like $17.99. And also the fact that there's nowhere near enough, or there is enough information, but there's nowhere near enough relevant information, you know, like this is like good for when the game originally came out, if this was with the game, or if I could have bought a version of the game, the Squid Amiibo, and this, that would have been really cool, but as I say, there is quite a bit of outdated information, you know, basic information and outdated information, but it is nice to still have it all in one place, so to speak, you know, and just flick through it pretty quickly, or just actually, you know, use it maybe in a match of sorts, you know. But yeah, as I say, the only two negatives are the price and some of the information might be somewhat outdated, but yeah, aside from that, it's a must-have for anyone who's a fan of Splatoon. Thanks for watching, comment, rate, and subscribe.